Some folks dream of the wonders they'll do before their time on this planet is through. Some just don't have anything planned. They hide their hopes and their head in the sand. Now I don't say who is wrong, who is right, but if by chance you are here for the night, then all I need is an hour or two to tell the tale of a dreamer like you. We all dream a lot. Some are lucky, some are not. But if you think it, want it, dream it, then it's real. You are what you feel. Way back, many centuries ago, not long after the Bible began, Jacob lived in the land of Canaan, a fine example of a family man. Jacob was the founder of a whole new nation, thanks to the number of children he'd had. He was also known as Israel, but most of the time, his sons and his wives used to call him Dad Jacob. In the story of a boy whose dreams came true, and he could be you.
Joseph's mother. She was quite my favorite wife, and I never really loved another all my life. And Joseph was my joy because he reminded me of her.
Through young Joseph, Jacob lived his youth again, loved him, praised him, gave him all he could, but then it made the rest feel second best. And even if they were, but where they have really missed the boat.
Being told we're also rats does not make us Joseph's fans.
We're great, guys. We're great. Am I right?
But no one seems to notice.
Joseph's charm and winning smile has failed to slay us in the aisles.
And their father couldn't see the danger. He could not imagine any danger. He just saw in Joseph all his dreams come true. So, Jacob wanted to show the world he loved his son, to make it clear that Joseph was the special one. So Jacob bought his son a coat, a multicolored coat to wear.
Joseph's coat was elegant, the cut was fun, the tasteful style was the ultimate in good design, and this is why it caught the eye. A king would stop and stare.
When I got to try it on, I knew my sheepskin days were gone.
Such a dazzling coat of many colors.
How he loved his coat of many colors in a class above the rest. It even went well with his vest.
Such a stunning coat of many colors. Oh, how he loved this coat of many colors. Joseph's brothers weren't too pleased with what they saw.
We had never liked him all that much before, and now his coat has got our goat. We feel life is unfair.
And when Joseph graced the scene, his brothers turned a shade of green. His astounding clothing took the biscuit.
Quite the smoothest person in the district.
I look handsome, I look smart, I am a walking work of art. Such a dazzling coat of many colors. How I love my coat of many colors.
Joseph's coat annoyed his brothers.
But what makes us mad are the things that Joseph tells his dream he often had.
One day, as Joseph and his family all gathered for dinner, Joseph decided to tell his family of the two strange dreams he had had.
Listen, family, I would like to tell you that I had two very strange dreams last night. I would like to tell you all about them.
Oh great, here we go again. Joseph thinks he's so great that we should all have listened to everything he has to say.
Yeah, keep it to yourself, Joseph. We don't want to hear it.
Now, boys, settle down. Joseph, let us hear about these dreams of yours.
I dreamed that in the fields one day, the corn gave me a sign. Your 11 sheaves of corn all turned and bowed to mine. My sheaf was quite a sight to see, a golden sheaf and tall. Yours were green and second-rated and really rather small.
You're so crazy!
His brothers laughed at this dream and mocked Joseph for it. They were annoyed by the thought of bowing down to Joseph.
Are you serious, Joseph? Huh? You think we should bow to you?
What on earth are you saying, Joseph? Do you think your dreams means that we are all going to be your servant? You're crazy.
This is not the kind of thing we brothers like to hear. It seems to us that Joseph and his dream should disappear.
I will now tell you about my second dream. I dreamed I saw 11 stars, the sun and moon and sky bowing down before my star. It made me wonder why could it be that I was born for higher things than you? A post in someone's government, a ministry or two.
The dreams of our brother are the decade's biggest yawn. His stock of stars and golden sheaves is just a lot of corn. Not only he's tactless, but he's also rather dim, for there's 11 of us and there's only one of him.
The dreams, of course, will not come true, that is. We think they won't come true, that is. We hope they won't come true. What if he's right all along?
The dreams are more than crystal clear. The writing on the wall means that Joseph someday will rise above all us. The accurate of the dream, we brothers do not know, but one thing we sure about, the dreamer has to go.
Next day, far from home, the brothers planned the repulsive crime.
Let us grab him now, do him in, while we got the time.
This they did, and made the most of it, tore his coat and flung him in a pit. When some Ishmaelites, a hairy crew, came riding by, in a flash, the brothers changed their plan.
Could you use a slave, you hairy bunch of Ishmaelites? Young, strong, well-behaved, going cheap, and he reads and writes.
In a trice, the dirty deed was done. Silver coins for Jacob's favorite son. Then the Ishmaelites galloped off with a slave in tow. Off to Egypt, where Joseph was not too keen to go.
And I don't speak Egyptian very well.
Joseph's brothers tore his precious multicolored coat. Having ripped it up, they next attacked a passing goat. Soon, the wretched creature was no more. They dipped his coat in blood and guts and gore. Oh now, brothers, how low can you stoop? You make a sorry group. Hey, how low can you stoop? Poor, poor Joseph, sold to be a slave. Situation's grave. Hey, sold to be a slave.
Potiphar had very few cares. I was one of Egypt's millionaires, having made a fortune buying shares in pyramids. Potiphar was cool and so fine, but his wife would never toe the line. She was beautiful but evil, saw a lot of men against his will. He would have to tell her that she still was his. Joseph was an important slave, who found he liked his master, consequently worked much harder, even with devotion. Joseph's looks and handsome figure had attracted her attention every morning she would beckon.
Come lie with me, my love.
Joseph wanted to resist her.
Please stop. I don't believe in free love.
Potiphar was counting shekels in his den, below the bedroom, when he heard a mighty rumpus clattering above him. Suddenly, he knew his riches couldn't buy him what he wanted. Gold would never make him happy if she didn't love him. Letting out a mighty roar, Potiphar burst through the door.
Joseph? Joseph had tried to betray you.
Joseph, I hope to see you rot in jail. The things you have done are beyond the pale.
Close every door to me. Hide all the world from me. Bar all the windows and shut out the light. Do what you want with me. Hate me, laugh at me, darken my daytime and torture my night. If my life were important, I would ask, will I live or will I die? But I know the answers lie far from this world. Close every door to me, keep those I love from me. Children of Israel are never alone. For I know I shall find my own peace of mind, for I have been promised a land of my own. Just give me a number instead of my name. Forget all about me and let me decay. I do not matter, I'm only one person. Destroy me completely and throw me away.
Joseph's luck was really out, his spirits and his fortune low. Alone he sat, alone he thought of happy times he used to know. Hey dreamer, don't be so upset. Hey Joseph, you're not beaten yet. Now into Joseph's prison cell were flung two very frightened men. Both men were servants of Pharaoh. The king both in the doghouse for doing their thing. One was a baker, a cook in his prime. One was a butler, the Jeeves of his time.
We don't think that we will ever see the light of day again.
As they sat in prison together, the butler mentioned that he had had a strange dream.
Indeed, I had a very strange dream last night and I can't tell at all what it might mean.
Tell me of your dreams, my friends, and I will tell you the meaning, though I cannot guarantee to get it right. But sure, I'll have a go.
First the butler, trembling, took the floor. Nervously, he spoke of what he saw.
There I was standing in front of a vine. I picked some grapes and I crushed them for wine. I gave it to Pharaoh, who drank from my cup. I tried to interpret, but I had to give up. What did you think?
Aha! The 3 branches means 3 days and the grapes in the cup means you will return to your position. You will soon be free, my friend, so do not worry anymore. The king will let you out of here. You'll bottle as you did before. When this happens, please remember that I told you the meaning of this dream.
and help me get out of prison.
The butler was impressed and agreed to help Joseph. Next, the baker rose to tell his dream, hoping it would have a similar theme.
In my dream, I was standing with 3 baskets of bread stacked on top of my head. The breads were meant for the Pharaoh, but high in the sky, I saw birds overhead who flew to the basket and ate every slice. Give me the message like his would be nice.
I'm sorry, my friend. The 3 baskets also meant 3 days. The birds eating the bread meant that in 3 days your execution date is set. Don't rely on all I say. All I say is just that I have never been wrong before.
Amazingly, after 3 days, both of Joseph's predictions came true. The butler was returned to his position, and the baker was executed. Unfortunately, he forgot about his promise to help Joseph. 2 whole years passed, and Joseph remained a prisoner. However, in his bed, Pharaoh had an uneasy night. He had had a dream that filled him to his sheets with fright. No one knew the meaning of the dream.
I know a girl in jail who is confused. Who is dreadful for It's terrible.
Fetch this Joseph man. I need him to help me if he can.
Chained and bound, afraid alone, Joseph stood before the throne.
I hear Joseph are able to interpret dreams. I have 2 dreams that I need to understand.
My service to the Pharaoh has begun. Tell me your problems, O mighty one.
While I was wandering along by the banks of the river, when 7 fat cows came out of the Nile, and right behind the fine healthy animals came 7 other cows, but this time skinny and vile, while the thin cows ate the fat cows, which I thought would do them good. But it didn't make them fatter like I thought a monster supper should, because the thin ones were as thin as they had ever been. This dream has got me baffled.
Joseph listened carefully and asked about the second dream.
In my second dream, I see 7 healthy grains of wheat, and then 7 dying grains of wheat. Can you tell me what these dreams mean?
These 2 dreams mean the same thing. The 7 fat cows and 7 healthy grains means that there will be 7 years when Egypt is able to farm a lot. And then the 7 thin cows and dying grains means 7 years where nothing will grow and there will be famine. We must prepare now and make sure to save up extra food during the 7 good years so that we have enough to last us during the bad years. God has sent you these dreams as a warning.
The Pharaoh listened to Joseph and believed in his wisdom. He ordered all of Egypt to follow Joseph's plan. Sure enough, Joseph's prediction came true. Luckily, thanks to Joseph's wisdom, there was enough food
Saved up, and the people of Egypt did not starve.
Well, Stone the Crows, this Joseph is a clever kid. Who'd have thought the 14 cows could mean the things he said they did? Joseph, you must help me further. I have found a job for you. You shall lead us through this crisis. You shall be my number 2. I sit by my side and help me rule.
So back in Canaan, the future looked rough. Joseph's family were finding it tough.
For all the famine has caught us unprepared. Your sin, we are ill, you're getting scared.
It's enough to make anyone weep. We are down to our very last ship. We will starve if we hang around here, and in Egypt, there's food going spare.
They've got corn, they've got meat, they've got food and drinks. And if we have the time, we could see the Sphinx.
So they finally decided to go off to Egypt. They all lay before Joseph's feet.
Mighty Prince, give us something to eat.
Joseph found it a strain not to laugh, because not a brother among them knew who he was.
I shall now take them all for a ride. After all, they have tried fratricide.
When they came to learn that the boy they had sold and tried to rid themselves of years before had risen to become a ruler of a kingdom, they were shocked. Learning of his power, they all bowed to their brother in respect, finally making sense of Joseph's dreams all those years ago, in which the wheat and the stars had bowed down to him. And so, by reading the 6 mysterious dreams, Joseph changed God's wisdom and changed history forever, becoming famous as Joseph the Dreamer.
God revealed many things unto Joseph in his dreams. He saw the moon and the stars bowed at his feet. His father gave him a gift, a unique tunic like he hoped, a lot of vibrant colors. It was a super special robe. Joseph was a faithful youth who loved to dream. He leaned on God for everything. God showed him he was always with him, so he would never, never feel it. Jacob was Joseph's father. He told him about his dream. Along with all of his brothers, they began to worry. Then the Lord lifted him up, gave him high authority. He was able to help out everybody. Joseph was a faithful youth who loved to dream. He leaned on God for everything. God showed him he was always with him, so he would never, never feel defeat. Never feel defeat. God healed his heart and he forgave his family and generation. They were transformed into a mighty nation. Joseph was a faithful